if you're actually running systems like this, last one. So this is it.
This is it.
Smells like a new home.
Yep, I just got them painting it. And come up the stairs. Okay.
I think you already sniffed the room.
The future snake room as shown by range. So I am thinking the incubator is going to go in that little pocket over there. And on this wall, starting from this side, go with the adult female Rex, doom, doom, and then the hatchling. And then I'll probably put a desk either here or on that wall. So this is going to be the future snake room, or the present snake room, and we can go downstairs into the garage to see the future snake room once we can insulate and put an air conditioning unit in it. Alright, we're going to have the garage. It's going to be a nice 2-car garage. And over here is going to be the area to wash tubs, wash water bowls, all that right in here. And when we can get them enough sails to insulate this room, this is going to be the future snake room. We'll insulate this and put a mini split air conditioner in here, heat pump air conditioner. And this will be what a snake room is. So it'll be nice to have the snakes in a separate building almost, but attached to the house.
Perfect. I dig it. Dun, 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 dun. What time is it, Chris?
It is 11:08.
11:08.
The last load of snakes.
With the last load of snakes. Anyway, we're gonna get this done. One down. There you're in. This is all the racks. So while you're wiring that up, there's thermostats there.
Yep.
So how many actual individual racks do we have? So there's actually three different sections per tier, right?
Yep.
So it's bottom half, a middle half, and then an upper half on all of them.
Yep.
So there's actually 15 different racks that make up this system. So Chris, who actually made these for you?
These are all bought from Sea Serpents. Yeah, Chris does the Sea Serpents, and these are his standard ones. He changed the wiring a little bit for me just because, being a small business, I don't want to have extras running when I don't. So, like we were talking about, these 8 tubs, 8 tubs, 8 tubs, 8 tubs, 8 tubs, 8 tubs, all have just one wire for all the heat in them. But up here, there's a wire for this level and this level, this level and this level for each of the top 4. So as I have babies, I can control just how much heat I'm doing up top and not waste extra money and not keep the air too warm in the room. Because that's a lot of extra heat if you're not putting it into snakes. So that's why I have this here is for the other 2 thermostats, which I think you put in the closet for me.
Yep.
And this is the power line for those 2. But that goes in. I figured that I have enough in snakes that what does it cost me to get an extra $100 in a thermostat? So I run 2 thermostats on everything. And what I do is the VE300 is the primary thermostat. It's actually controlling the heat tape. And I have that set to 90 degrees. We just plugged them in, so it's room temp 76. The VE100, so the VE300 is actually plugged into the VE100, and the VE100 is plugged into the wall. The VE100 is set for 95 degrees. So if I should have a failure of my VE300, when that goes bad and starts cooking the snakes, the VE100 should catch it at 95 degrees. And that extra 5 degrees is not ideal for the snakes, but it ain't gonna hurt them long term. It gives me a chance to find out what's going on.
Back up.
Yep, and so that's why you'll see every rack has 2 thermostats, a primary and a backup, because when we start investing in these kind of animals, seriously, what's an extra $100 to protect us from losing a $2,000 to $3,000 snake, or I'm sure in your case, is much more valuable.
Yep, exactly. So I run ambient temperature, and we've talked about this previously on some stuff, but yep, definitely a good system what he has here. So if you're running systems like this, let me get in front of the camera. If you're actually running systems like this, get in touch with Chris so he can explain more about the wiring, because first of all, he's an engineer, so he's OCD about this crap.
It just means I'm confused.
But it's this is far better system than just plugging one thermostat into the rack. I understand how this works, but just in case somebody watching this doesn't understand, reach out to Chris. I'm 100% sure that he'll explain how to do the wiring on this. Way safer than we just talked about earlier about some bigger breeders that actually burn up some very expensive animals because thermostats get stuck.
And you could still have 2 fail, but the odds of 2 failing is extremely low.
One failing is almost unheard of given the amount of how many thermostats exist here.
Yep.
So 2 of them failing at the same time is almost impossible. So.
And they're all plugged into a surge protector inside the wall to back that up. And then the other thing I was going to say is that if you do reach out to me, my wife does our Instagram and most of the Facebook messages. If you email me, which is just our company name, if you email me slowcountryballs@gmail.com, that will go right to me. I'll get back to you faster. If you get on Facebook or Instagram, my wife's going to tell me about it, and I'll get back to you, but it just might not be as quick as you like. But email is the easiest way to get a hold of me fast. Just because where I work, I don't get on Facebook or Instagram during the day at the workplace.
Gotcha. So anyway, hit him up. We're going to finish up a couple more things here, unpack some more snakes, and we'll get back to you in a second.
I'm tired. We moved a heck of a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
We got it set up. They're on heat. I think it took us 4 hours total of work time minus the time we ate.
Yeah, probably.
And I appreciate your help and all that, and maybe tomorrow we can take some pictures of different snakes. I'd like to show you the graphite ivory on camera, because I think that's one that I should update you on as the speckles come in, because some graphite ivories are born with speckles, and like this one, she was just an ivory, and about 6 months, 7 months age on her first couple of sheds after that time. Some of the sparrows have been starting to show back, so they'll keep filling in like some of the others. So that'd be cool to update you on.
Gotcha.
But I mean, I greatly appreciate it. I think it's a good time to relax. You know, it's about 1 a.m., 1:30 a.m.
Yeah.
About time to get some sleep because we gotta move the rest of the house tomorrow. So and
Yeah. 1:36.
1:36. Yeah, it's time to get some sleep.
Yep. So, yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed it and learned a little bit. And if you're lucky enough to move a short distance, I think that if you can keep these snakes in the tubs, it's a little less stress for them.
I think we done good. It was pretty smart move. Just leaving them in the enclosure, taking the water out, and seemed to work.
Yeah, I'll give them fresh water tomorrow. I mean, they can go 48 hours without a problem, without water. So,
not a problem.
I mean, how many times we take them to shows and they spend 3-4 days?
People think that snakes are not nearly as hardy.
Yeah.
As what they really are. So.
They survive in the wild.
Yeah. In Africa, they live in this little tiny little holes in trees and
rodent burrows, termite mounds.
Yep. And go months sometimes without eating or water. So.
Yeah. So a couple nights isn't going to hurt them. It'll help the cages get okay, and give them fresh water tomorrow, and be good to go.
Yep. So fixing to take a shower. Guess we'll see y'all tomorrow.
Have a good night, guys.
Jesus.
The chocolate Mojave desert ghost. This is my first desert ghost animal at all. First visual desert ghost. So she's gonna be the foundation of what I'm doing with desert ghost.
Thanks for watching our daddy's channel. Make sure you subscribe.